So I'm at the turn-off now. It's the Moir Track, so just down here. There's very little to signify that it's the actual track, just this track. You can see here, it's just the road here and road here. So anyway, this track is an old historical track, and it was put in by the Moirs from Fanny Cove on the coast. So they made the track from Fanny Cove, where the Moirs' old homestead is still, all the way up to Moir Rock, which they named Moir Rock up here. So like other tracks in the vicinity of this area of Western Australia, like the Rollond track and the Dundas track, a lot of it has disappeared because of farmland and mining activity. So I've decided to pick this one up pretty much where it just goes straight along the track here. Everything to the south of me here, which is this way, it all sort of blends into farmland a bit, so I won't do that bit. Anyway, so we'll head down the track, eh? Going on the track now to the north. It's quite a nice sandy track at the moment. I've got farmland on either side of me. This is just like an easement through the farmland at the moment, but that's going to well, turn into bush fairly soon. So the first feature, the cups, is only just about 6 k's from the main turn-off at the road. So we'll go and have a look at that in a few minutes when we arrive there. Yeah, we should be approaching that turn up to the cups imminently. Won't go down the boundary of the guy's property. There's another track just 20 metres ahead or so. Right, let's go left here. Pretty good track at this stage. Yeah, so that way there. Let's head there. That way. Now, I mean, it looks like the main track does actually follow the farmer's border line, but yeah, there's a parallel track to that anyway if you don't want to use that one. But yeah, now we just go down this little final little leg. A few overhanging branches, but the track itself is pretty good. And there we have it. The cups. So at the cups, I mean, this is basically another low-lying outcrop here. But you can see here that there's nice water holes here, there, and there, here. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty nice big one. They're all dry. It is sort of the middle of February, so you'd expect it this time of year. Lots of flies in there though. And heading over here, there's some more nammers here. Might just show you. Flip that around like that. So there's another one there. And a few more here. So, I mean, they could do with some servicing, some digging out to give them more volume when it does rain. But you can just imagine all those years ago in the late 1800s, when Moir or whoever wanted to travel up to Moir Rock or Dundas or Norseman or Coolgardie in those days from the coast. You know, can imagine them coming here with their camels or their horses and just hoping that there's some water here. Obviously they wouldn't come in February. Would hope not anyway. I've got some spare water. I wasn't relying on this water. But there you have it. That's the cup. So that's approximately 2 kilometres west of the turn-off. Still going north along the track. Now we're going to come to an intersection soon, and we're going to just have to go to the east at the intersection just to see Geordie Rocks, which are not quite on this track that we're on now. So yeah, we'll get to the intersection, head east for a few kilometres, and we'll go and visit Geordie Rock. There's a track here, and there's an old 44-gallon drum on the side of the road just up here, and that signifies the turn off. So well, here's the drum here on the side of the road, so we'll turn off right here. Not a really good track. I doubt many people come through here. But yeah, not too far along there's a clearing. Across this old low-lying area. Obviously gets a bit boggy during the wet because it looks like people have gotten bogged in the past. Oh, well, we'll get out and have a look. Here's some rocks here. There's a nice looking nammer hole there. It's pretty good, dry. And another one here, down there. Just somebody's covered up with rocks to help with the evaporation. There's another one there that's got a tree growing out of it, which hasn't been obviously used for many years. Yeah, and some other small ones, small nammers around. It goes for a while. Yeah, so this is Geordie Rock. Well, it's another day, another morning. It's pretty overcast, a little bit drizzly actually. It's supposed to be another really hot day, but yeah, it might not get to high temperatures with all this cloud and mist around, at least in the morning. So yeah, just heading north from the intersection again now, intersection that turns off to Geordie Rock, and heading straight up. Now the track at the moment is still quite open and easily trafficable. I imagine as we get further north it'll get a bit windy and a bit more narrower, but at least now it's pretty good going. So just veered to the right now, the track, to a sort of northeast direction. It goes in this direction for about 6 or 7 kilometres. Yeah, now whoever put this road in used Peak Eleanora about 20 or 30 kilometres away as a guide, because the road directly points to the top of the mountain, which is pretty interesting. Of course that's coming the other way, not the direction I'm going now. But yeah, something to look at when you're in the area. So now I've reached another crossroads. So this one here, I believe it goes to some sort of mining operation. I'm not sure. And back this way, well, that will be the Goldfields Esperance Highway, probably about 15 k's away. And just over here, the direction we're heading. That's the Moir Track there. So it's gradually getting more degraded the more north we go, but it looks okay at this stage. So here's another original water stop that was on the track. You can see there's a big condenser here, which is pretty amazing. It's in pretty good condition. You can see it there. Pretty good. And right next to it, of course, is the bit of a well they use to get the water out. So all this water here, which is like would be saltish and brackish, is right next to the condenser. So they would take all the salt out of the water, put them in the water tanks. There's one over there, and yeah, there's even yards. There's even old yards here, which is pretty amazing. It's all in pretty good nick for 130 years old or so. So yeah, have a bit of a look around here. Yeah, so that's the well there. So I don't know when the last time someone was here and digging it, a long time ago. I would imagine if you dug down, a couple of metres, there'd be water there. I mean, there's a reason that they picked this location for it. Wow, look at that. Look at the condition of that. That's pretty good. Not bad. And here, an old water tank. There would have been more of them around. I have had a bit of a look around, but can't find too much. And yeah, over here, there's all these old yards or holding pens, and nothing but ruins now. So you can see here they're all sort of lying on the ground. A lot of them are upright. Yeah, but it's all pretty good. So when you come along the track, this is about 40 metres or so east of the track. So yeah, when you pass, swing on by and have a look. So the road's in pretty good nick still, which is good. The sun's out now too, which is good. All the mist is gone. I don't think there's a cloud in the sky now, so it might be a nice day. So we're coming up to the Lake King Road, and that's the main road in to Peak Charles, but we'll cross that anyway at right angles. So I'm at the Lake King Road now, and it doesn't actually go straight through. There's a bit of a dog leg, so it goes around. I'll show you. So there's the road there. Now I'll just turn in, make sure there's no traffic. It does actually look like you can get straight through, but I went down there and it just runs out after a couple of 100 metres. There's a salt lake there, and you don't really want to go that way. So come down here. And just here, there's the turn off to the Moir Track again. So it's just a dog leg. There's a tree around on the road there, but a bit heavy, isn't it? We'll go over this way. All right. And then it's back onto the normal track again. We're about a kilometre or so now north of the the dog leg there on the main track. So now the track's getting well, more crowded in, and overhanging branches. I mean, it's still pretty good. What am I doing? I'm doing about 30 k's an hour, probably a reasonable speed, I guess. So we're about a kilometre, I guess, from the northern end of the track now, so almost there. So yeah, it's a funny old track, this one, because these days it doesn't seem to go anywhere. It doesn't have a start or an end point that, you know, sort of leads to anywhere. I mean, there's Moir Rock. Back in the old days, of course, it, you know, went from Fanny Cove down on the southern coast all the way up to Moir's Rock up here. But these days it sort of doesn't seem to lead anywhere. But that's the way it goes. I'll just show you what the track is like in the final few hundred metres. Well, we're at the end of the track now. So this track here, or road now, this is actually the old original Dundas track running along here. So technically, if you follow the Dundas track down, that'll get you all the way to Ravensthorpe, but you can go to Lake King as well. It is the old Lake King road. Up this way, of course, you've got the Goldfields Esperance Highway and Norseman just up the road. And of course, just next door you've got Moir Rock, which is the reason why the Moirs headed up this way in the first place. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.